Renfield.
This vampire-themed film, Renfield, has officially been released today. Let's take a look at whether this film is worth watching. The film begins in the medieval period, when a real estate lawyer named Renfield accidentally encounters the vampire Dracula. Dracula seems to have taken a great liking to him, not only inviting him for drinks and meals, but also introducing him to high society. Under Dracula's prolonged guidance, Renfield becomes his most loyal servant. Dracula grants him immortality, and after experiencing centuries of vicissitudes, Dracula faces the strongest team of vampire hunters in history. After losing several assistants, the Pope finally subdues Dracula using an ancient ritual recorded in old scriptures. At the critical moment, Renfield rushes in. The human hunters advise Renfield not to aid the tyrant, assuring him that if they kill Dracula, it will lift Renfield's curse and make him a free man. However, before Renfield can contemplate, Dracula once again performs his persuasive act, passionately claiming that he is the only one who cares for Renfield and that he is his only friend. Moved by Dracula's heartfelt speech, Renfield breaks part of the ritual by taking off his shoe. Freed, Dracula shows a ferocious expression towards the Pope, suddenly transforming into a thick smoke and entering the Pope's body. With a loud bang, the Pope turns into a pool of blood. Seeing the situation worsen, another hunter quickly opened the curtains behind them. In the blink of an eye, Dracula was scorched by the sunlight, bursting into flames. Enraged, he lunged at the hunter, burning him alive with his own flames. Although Renfield saved Dracula in the last moment, Dracula was severely weakened thereafter. Out of necessity, Renfield brought him to a new city, where he began a miserable working life. He had to frequently kidnap fresh, pure humans to offer to Dracula. However, over time, Renfield began to question his relationship with Dracula. He performed dirty work without any compensation, obeyed Dracula's every command, and was always at his beck and call, without any dignity. Feeling lost, he joined a support group where participants could share their struggles and encourage each other. Renfield also shared his own problems, but his fantastical story was too unbelievable for anyone to take seriously, and he remained Dracula's lackey. One day, in a remote warehouse, he encountered a few criminals and thought they would make a perfect meal for Dracula. After consuming some bugs, Renfield attacked them, remembering Dracula's teachings to keep the food fresh. He made sure not to kill them outright. The criminals were weak and were quickly subdued by Renfield. Just then, a sudden flying knife killed one of the men Renfield was holding. A masked, burly man appeared not far away and immediately attacked Renfield. Unbeknownst to Renfield, the criminals he had just subdued had stolen contraband from the local gang, and the gang leader had sent an assassin to hunt them down. Unfortunately, Renfield got caught in the crossfire. This assassin was clearly not an ordinary person. Despite Renfield's immense strength, he was slashed across the stomach and subsequently overpowered. At that moment, the gang leader's son could be heard calling from outside. Taking advantage of the masked man's distraction, Renfield pulled out a pen and stabbed it into his neck. Then, he ate a cockroach he had on him, causing his eyes to turn gold. With this newfound strength, he quickly broke free from his restraints and delivered a brutal punch. As Renfield emerged, looking like a vengeful god, the gang leader's son, Teddy, fled in his car. Renfield, who had intended to silence him, could only watch as Teddy drove off. Unbeknownst to Renfield, Teddy, in his panic, drove straight into a police checkpoint, leading to his immediate arrest. Renfield then brought the subdued criminals to Dracula. However, these drug users did not meet Dracula's taste, as he only wanted clean, pure humans. To punish Renfield for his recent negligence, Dracula reopened his barely healed stomach wound. This was followed by a lengthy lecture. After receiving Renfield's sincere promise to do better, Dracula extended a vein and used his blood to heal Renfield's wound once more.